Hello everybody, this is Gregory with how I lost over 100 pounds and have kept it off for 30 plus years, where there should be no hesitance in your weight loss and weight maintenance. Today we're going to talk about how you can judge a lot from somebody's shopping cart, whether or not they're going to be fat or not. Now, before we begin, if you need help with weight loss, contact me through the Clarity FM link found here in the episode notes. Also, check out my website, naturopathicearth.com, which has hundreds of articles and recipes, my 2 books, my podcast, The Awakened Man, and if you appreciate my content, there's a link for PayPal. All right, so, this isn't super revelatory, but every time I go to the grocery store, you can really judge a lot about somebody's health by looking at their shopping cart. Obviously, if you see somebody, and this is very emblematic of the standard American diet, the SAD diet. What are you going to see as a large majority of food in somebody's shopping cart? Middle aisle foods. You're going to see what? Sodas, sweet teas, chips, cereals, packaged sweets, tons of frozen meals, frozen pizzas, and then a scattering of maybe some meat, some red meat, of course, and then maybe a scattering of some produce. That's like the typical diet, the standard American diet. So like when I'm at the grocery store and I'm checking out, and I'm the type who just gets express stuff most of the time. I'm just express aisling it. Even if I have I get the same stuff every time. So it's not like I go into the long aisles, but I'll look around at people's stuff and I'll look down, like something won't catch my eye. Like I'll look at their shopping cart and it's like, oh, look, pizza bagels. Oh, Cheetos. And then I look up at them and they're overweight. Now, is that shocking? And is this correlation, causation? Is it shocking that somebody who's fat is going to have a shopping cart that's full of what? Middle aisle foods? Because what are middle aisle foods? Empty calories, right? A lot of calories with very little nutrition. Not to mention the food dyes, the preservatives, the MSGs, and all these things that are very toxic for us. But it's not surprising. And look, and it's not surprising too that overweight people are going to be in large part addicted to these things. They're addicted to soda because we know sugar's addictive. That's not a cop-out though, that sugar's addictive. So is it surprising that overweight people are drinking lots of sodas and even diet sodas? And we need to have that episode on diet sodas, how actually the more diet sodas you drink, you're more likely to be overweight. Because it doesn't satisfy your kind of your desire for, it doesn't satiate your sweet tooth. But you'll look at their food, their cart, and you're like, well, it's no wonder they're overweight. And we have an episode here on can fat people have a splurge day? And I would say no, because a splurge meal turns into a splurge day turns into splurge days, and then at some point you're like, yeah, well, I'm not losing weight, so I'll just go back to eating what I was before. No. So what do you want to see in the shopping cart? Well, healthy people, and again, you have to make a certain amount of generalizations here. But let's say you go to Whole Paycheck, Whole Foods, and you look at let's say a 38-year-old woman who's fit. Her shopping cart, what's going to be there? It's going to be a lot more produce and a lot less packaged food. She's probably going to be buying organic meat, wild-caught seafood, and you're just going to see a higher level of cleaner ingredients, partly because she's at Whole Foods. And you can apply this, let's say, a health-conscious 38-year-old who's going at your local grocery store, wherever state that you live in. It's probably going to be the same thing. Healthier people typically are more in the know. Healthier people are going to be taking care of their microbiome, their gut health. Healthy people, for example, will be drinking kombucha. You can say whatever you want about kombucha. Healthier people are going to be watching their diet. Healthier people are going to have a cleaner diet. They're going to be #eat clean. They're probably less likely to have frozen entrees, certainly less likely to have sodas, because sodas are a complete waste of calories. And they're toxic, they're coca cancer. And so what do you want to do in closing? You want to look at the shopping cart of the fit, and you want to emulate the shopping cart of the fit. Also, if you're overweight, you want to look at your own shopping cart and see, oh, well, this is the reason, among other reasons why I'm overweight, is because look at the crap that I'm buying. Because look, you're addicted. We know that big food tries to do the bliss point, the perfect ratio of food, of fat, sugar, and salt. But again, we are responsible for what we put in our mouth, and we have to stop making excuses. So let's mimic the shopping cart of the healthy and eat a very kind of paleo-inspired diet. God didn't make it, don't eat it. A lot of more eat clean ingredients and get away from the large majority middle aisle foods if you really want to lose the weight, and more importantly, keep it off. Guys, post in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Hit the notification, subscribe, and share button. Until next time, take care. God bless and pray.